If you followed me for longer than a couple days, you've probably seen me in this topper before. This is one of my favorite toppers. This is the upgraded Courtney by UniWigs. She has Burmese hair, meaning she often dries with a little bit of wave or curl to her. I actually really like the way she dries naturally. I often let her air dry and then I add a little bit of curl to the topper. But sometimes you want to straighten your topper. So let's see how to do that with Burmese hair. When straightening a wig or a topper, I almost always do it on a wig stand because it allows you that tension to pull on the hair a little bit so that you can create that nice, sleek, straight look. Always brush through your topper before you start straightening it or curling it to get rid of any tangles or crimps that need to be taken care of. And then I'll put her on a wig stand using some safety pins to attach her to the stand. All right, she is on a wig stand. I like this particular wig stand. I can link it for you below, but you can find any of these on Amazon for around $20-ish. And they typically are a countertop wig stand. I like those because it gives me a little bit more room to hold on to it. And it also comes with these little T-pins. These are great to affix your topper to the wig stand. Now, when you are putting it on the wig stand, do make sure that you're using the T-pins in the wefting area, not on the lace top or mono top area, because you just don't want to damage that. So mine are always in the wefting, not in the lace top or the mono top. All right, so we went ahead, we put her on our wig stand. Then we always need to start with a little bit of heat protectant. Add a little bit of heat protectant all over to the hair while your flat iron is heating up. I do recommend starting your flat iron at around 250. You don't want to go much hotter than that on your human hair or synthetics really. But I like to protect my pieces. I like to keep the quality as high as I can by not damaging the hair. So we start with heat protectant and we keep the heat low. Get yourself a comb and a couple of clips to section off the hair so we can do just a little bit at a time. Making sure that we're taking small sections at a time and using both your comb and the straightener. We're going to slowly run the straightener through each little section at a time. This is going to start off slow at first, but it will speed along as you get the hang of it. So I start with my comb, I run my straightener into there, and then I'm going to slowly bring it through. Now, some people like to bring their straightener through several times. I think one time slowly down the hair gives it a little more sleek look and causes less damage to the hair. You risk burning the hair when you repeatedly go through the same section over and over again. If you are slow and methodical with it, it tends to give you a more sleek look and causes less damage to the hair. Notice that I'm using my comb to run through it first, help make sure that the hair is super straight before it even goes into the straightener. As you can see, it's working beautifully. So I'll continue this all the way around and then we'll do the top section. As we are doing this next section, this is the part where tension comes into play. You want to give that sleekness that you've developed on the bottom of the hair up at the top of the hair as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of tension as we are pulling the hair through. And we do that simply by, once again, taking small sections, running your comb through so it's nice and straight. But this time we're going to start right there at the base of the hair. I'm going to hang on to my wig stand. If you have a clamp, you can actually clamp your wig stand to your countertop and you can pull the hair through, pulling slightly on the straightener as you hold on to the wig stand to add that tension. And that will give you a really nice, sleek, straight look because you've added that extra tension. So we'll go ahead and do that all the way around, and then we'll see the final result. And voila, your human hair wig or topper has been straightened. Fairly easy process. I do make sure to apply a little bit of oil to the ends of my human hair wigs and toppers after I straighten or curl them. You do not get the benefit on your wigs and toppers of your natural oils that your scalp produces. So you need to apply oils and make sure you condition your human hair wigs and toppers regularly so that you're protecting the integrity of the hair and making your wig or topper last as long as possible. So I'm just kind of rubbing through on the ends. You do not want to get oil near the lace top, mono top, or silk top of your human hair wig or topper because that can help loosen those knots, and you don't want to do that. You want to make sure your wig or topper lasts as long as possible. So another thing to keep in mind, this is human hair. This is Burmese hair. Burmese hair is naturally wavy or curly. So even though I went through and I spent time straightening my topper hair, if I were to wear this in high humidity weather, it's going to start to curl or frizz, just like your natural human hair would. It is still human hair, so it does need to be treated like human hair would. It reacts to elements the same way human hair does. Just something to keep in mind if you are a person that really wants your style to stay no matter the weather or the conditions, you might want to consider a synthetic wig or topper. Those typically will bounce right back to how they are trained. So if they're trained straight, the synthetic wig or topper will stay straight in the humidity, in the heat, in the wind. You know, it will act like synthetic hair. It will stay the way that it was trained to stay. Human hair topper, on the other hand, will act like human hair. If it's curly naturally and you go into high humidity weather, it's going to start to frizz or curl. So just something to keep in mind as you're making your decisions, as you're purchasing your wigs and toppers. And I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. Otherwise, subscribe for more wig and topper tips and content.